It's times like this that just listen. You get it? Right up there's a falcon's nest. It's one of the places I got one of these really cool feathers. This is where I come to just be. I hope you have a place like this. This is my church. You want to see my church? Out in the middle of nowhere, around nobody. This is what makes me happy. This. I hope you have something like this. I have to get away from all the noise so I can hear my own voice. And sometimes these voices, thoughts, other people's opinions, they just cloud our mind. And having a place where you can come here to recenter yourself is truly a heaven. You know, I can't help but think about the story in the Bible where Jesus goes into the desert, right? And I get it now. I get it now. I get the reason why. It's because it's a place that nobody else wants to go. And in all likelihood, him escaping to the desert was about him getting inside of his own head. And I feel that. And I feel that connectiveness to that mindset. So, however you worship, however you find your way to find your peace, just find it. This week's been a struggle. But thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank God for freedom of mind, freedom of control, right? Freedom of choice. You have a choice. And it doesn't matter what you think. When you think you're down and when you think, man, I don't know how I'm going to make it or what I'm going to do, there's always a way out. You have a freedom of imagination. You have the freedom of creation. You have the little power that's been passed to us in our being from God. We have the power of creation. The power of imagination has been given us to think of something different. And I'll tell you, I share this again because I have a really interesting life, but I struggle too. I'm a human being. I go through the same ups and downs that everybody else does in life. And I want to live my life different. I want to live it in a way that's truthful and honest and open and helps others by helping myself. And so by helping myself, forcing myself to grow, forcing myself to be transparent about the things that either work or don't work for me in my life, I'm hoping that you get something out of this too, you know? I'm hoping that you find some reason to, I don't know, it's beautiful rock, by the way, find a reason to keep moving on, even when things get really, really tough. Look at that, it's a really beautiful rock. It's like this pink. I'm gonna keep that one. But yeah, I don't really expect anybody to watch this, but if maybe one person's laying in bed at night and thinking to themselves, man, my life is bad or it sucks and I'm struggling, let me assure you that all of us have these same doubts and questions about our own life. And it's only through sharing our struggles and through our weaknesses that we find strength. And it doesn't matter what religion, what race, what type of human being you are. If you're a human being and you're sharing this experience as a human, well then, guess what? Welcome to the human condition. And I'll always tell you, I'll always be honest, because my freedom comes from sharing my truth. And all too often, right, we look on social media, we see these people's lives, and they show, the best parts of it. I'm guilty of showing really cool pictures too, but that's part of the story as well. But here's the other side of it. I really only want to connect with a certain few group of people anyhow, because I don't think there's a lot of people that are ready to take some of the steps that I'm taking in life and where I'm going. And what I mean by that, and I humbly mean this, is I'm going deeper, man. And it hurts. And I'm telling you, when you start digging deeper, when you start becoming a threat to the darkness, look out, baby. Look out. When you start deciding that your light is going to shine, that's when darkness is attracted to light. Just always remember that. So if you're brave enough to let your light shine, if you're brave enough to go out there and be a better influence in the world, however you choose to do that, get ready. Get ready, warrior. I'm telling you, man, you get ready. You better have your implement. You better have your sword. You better have your breastplate of righteousness on, baby. Because I'm telling you what, listen, I don't know what religion you may be or whatever you are, but there are fine traditions and world religions of people that were dirty, rotten scoundrels that ended up being saints. Peter, the first Catholic priest, cut an ear off of a centurion guard's, body. That's just one story, but I'm telling you, like, if you're struggling, if you're in a place where you don't want to be, you can change. Don't think you can't change, right? The world's full of people that had guts to change, even when they thought they should just roll over and give up and die. And I'm going to tell you something. I've been there. Scary thought. But one thing I learned a long time ago, and I have to keep reminding myself of this, is that this too shall end. And it doesn't matter. That means in a good way, and it also means in a bad way. Everything will end. So if you just hang in there, right? Hang in there just a little bit longer. Look at this rock. It's like beautiful rock in this concrete. It's just millions and millions of years of pressure. You're looking at a 480 billion year creation in just these layers that you can see right here. Northern Peru is filled with mysteries. And so is the world. So if you're still listening to this, if you're watching this, I hope you're brave enough to hang in there. And I'm here for you too, because I'll tell you the secret to where I'm at today in all areas of my life, and I call that just balance, has to do with finding time like this. I'm sharing with you, this is my time, this is my prayer, my meditation time, my time that I set aside just for the things that matter, the things that keep me up at night. What are those things that keep you up at night? What do you lay awake and worry about? Is it money? Is it if your spouse loves you still? Is it the stress of your job? Tell me what you think about. What do you worry about? What do you think this little lizard worries about, huh? Look at that little guy. you know? And look at this one. You can even hardly see it. Like he's perfectly camouflaged. What a treat. What an incredible treat. I can't get on the camera, but you know, whatever it is you're worried about, right? Let's get a little special effect going here. Back to that hawk's nest up there. I hope if you're watching this right now, you're finding moments of peace, moments of tranquility. That's the other reason I share this with you is if I'm the only reminder in your life that you deserve time for you, that you deserve, that you're worth it, and that you have to fight for time for yourself. I mean, I forget, and I have to remind myself, this is what matters. Getting away from everything and everybody, every outside influence. And I get it. You see me with my phone, but what I don't have is a signal. I can't check it. It's on purpose. It's just here to leave a record, to do a video. And it'll go back in my mochila and we'll move on. This place feels old and it's beautiful and it's amazing and it's a true sanctuary. Thank you for joining me for a little bit. Thank you for being a part of my life, and I hope you got something out of this. If you did, tell me. Stuff like this that makes me know that it's important for me to share. You know, we're all just humans, right? And you know, the one thing that binds us together, I've said this many times to friends, I said, it's our pain. It's our pain that reminds us that we're all humans. And the only way that we get by with it all is we got to share. We got to share the good and the bad, right? Thanks for spending a little time with me. Thank you, my friends.